Oh my god, I cannot wait for this fight. Deontay Wilder is back and he's fighting Tyrell Herndon. That's who he's fighting. Wow, this is going to be a really difficult fight for Deontay Wilder. There's a loss out there on Herndon. He definitely, didn't lose to Richard Torres in 2 rounds in a 6-round fight. He definitely didn't get battered by F.A. Ajagba. He's a very good top level fighter, and respect to Deontay Wilder and his team and everyone for really putting him in there with a very risky opponent. No, 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 no. It is an absolutely shocking fight. An absolutely shocking fight. If Deontay Wilder doesn't blow this guy out of there in the first round, and I'm saying the first round, I'm not saying 3 rounds, 4 rounds. I don't care if this version of Deontay Wilder is washed, even if he even was great in the first place. I don't know. But I don't care what people are saying, what this version of Deontay Wilder's like. He's got to get Tyrell Herndon out of there in the first round. Otherwise, there's the big bloody problem. So, it's an awful fight in my opinion. And, they're really trying to let Deontay Wilder win it. They're really trying to get him a win. But it means absolutely nothing. But his fans are going to lap up the win like it's massive. But really, it's not. Really, it's not. He gains nothing out of this fight with a win. If he loses, then, that's funny, I guess, to be honest. But, I mean, who's really that hyped? I mean, I'm interested in seeing if he's going to how he could do. I wouldn't say I'm hyped, but I'm interested in seeing what could happen. But I'm not hyped for it. I'm not. It's not one of those fights which I'm really hyped up to see. I mean, I'm not even bothered about a Deontay Wilder return, though. I'm not bothered overall about his return. I feel like retirement's probably the best option anyway. Like, if he wins this fight, just go out on a win probably. He's got to be knocking this guy out of there in the first round. That it can't really go any other way. You've got Deontay Wilder fans saying, oh, you never know, he might win late. When's he ever won, like, a really late fight against this level of opposition? Like, no. When he's not going to win this in round 3, it's either going to be round 1, or it could just be an absolutely really shocking. I don't know. But Deontay Wilder's going to win. Deontay Wilder's going to win. I'm not saying, it's going to be an upset, because Tyrell Herndon is not a guy to do that. They purposely, stuck him in there with Deontay Wilder. It might be another Malik Scott fight, to be honest with you, where, Herndon might take a little bit of a dive. Apparently, he really used to idolize Wilder. Malik Scott took a dive in the first round against Wilder. A few years later, he's his trainer. It all added up. It all added up. I think Deontay's got to win this in the first round. There's no other option for it, really. It's an easy fight. Tyrell Herndon is pretty useless overall, to be honest with you. He's been knocked out 4 times out of his 5 losses. I mean, he fought in a 6-rounder in his last fight and only won a split decision. Tyrell Herndon. I mean, honestly, Wilder's got to be knocking this guy out. Corey Barlow knocked him out in the first round in a 6-round fight. Brandon Glanton got a DQ win over him. F.A. Ajagba, of course, got a win over him in the first round. He likes getting knocked out in the first round and very early on in the fight. Tyrell Herndon does. They're clutching at straws here at really trying to find the right opponent just for Wilder to knock out and, just have as a dead body on his record, really. But, that's what they're trying to do. I don't think Wilder's team had any faith in him whatsoever. That's why they've stuck him in there with this guy. I feel like if they had some faith left in him, they would have stuck him in there with a guy who he should beat, but a half decent guy. They can't take those risks. They don't really want to take those risks here. They might as well at this point in his career. Wilder's like 39, pushing 40 now. They might as well try and take a few more risks, in my opinion, but they're not doing that. They're not doing it. I mean, honestly, I don't know why, out of all people they try to get for an opponent, it's Tyrell Herndon. Out of all people, like, why is it this fight? Why Tyrell Herndon? What do they? I don't know. Well, I know why, because they want to knock him out, but why are they suddenly picking him though? Why can't it just be a slightly higher level opponent at least? F.A. Ajagba, Richard Torres as prospects, not this guy out in the first round. Well, in first and second round. They were knocking this guy out as prospects. Wilder's literally going in, he's pushing 50 or so fights, Deontay Wilder, and he's here fighting Tyrell Herndon. It doesn't add up. It really doesn't add up, to be honest with you. Yeah, 48 fights. Tyrell Herndon is just going to walk onto something. It's so obvious. Wilder's just going to go out swinging. Tyrell Herndon's going to curl up into a ball, kind of like he did on the ropes when he was up against Richard Torres Jr. And yeah, there we go. He's probably not going to knock him spark out. He's probably going to be a stoppage win, in my opinion. Wilder's just going to go all out swinging on him. And then, it's got to end in the first round, but even if it does end in the first round, the Wilder fans are probably going to be putting him back in like a big conversation with, someone like Anthony Joshua. But based off what? Beating Tyrell Herndon? Like, no. Yeah, anyway, let's wait and see what happens. There's not really loads to say on it, to be honest with you. I'm interested to see. I'm obviously going to watch it, but I'm not really hyped for it at all.